Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, where we break down the stories that shape our lives and our environment. It's that time of year again, the air is crisper, days are shorter, and winter is on our minds. Whether you're bundling up in Seattle or enjoying a cool breeze in Los Angeles, the change in season is impossible to ignore. For millions on the West Coast, winter is crucial. It brings the rain and snow that fill our reservoirs, nourish our landscapes, and sustain the farms that feed the nation. Without this seasonal water, life here would look very different. The mountain snowpack acts as a natural water tower, storing precious water high above the valleys. As it melts through spring and summer, it provides a steady supply for cities, wildlife, and agriculture all year long. This season is especially important for cities like Los Angeles and Seattle, which often have very different winter experiences. LA might see blue skies, while Seattle faces weeks of rain, but both rely on winter's gifts. One city is known for sun, the other for rain, but both depend on winter weather to keep their communities thriving and their water supplies healthy. This year, forecasts show some big surprises ahead. Meteorologists are tracking unusual patterns that could bring unexpected changes to both regions. Powerful forces in the Pacific Ocean are set to shape our weather in dramatic ways. From atmospheric rivers to shifting jet streams, these natural phenomena can mean anything from drought to deluge. These patterns will decide who gets rain, who gets snow, and who stays dry. The outcome affects everything from our daily routines to the health of our forests and rivers. For LA and Seattle, this winter could feel very different from the norm. We might see rain in places that are usually dry, or even rare snow events that surprise everyone. Understanding the forecast helps us prepare for everything from commutes to holiday travel. It's about making smart choices, staying safe, and planning ahead for whatever comes our way. It's not just about umbrellas. It's about being ready for what nature brings. Whether that's a sudden downpour, a cold snap, or a sunny break in the clouds. As we look ahead, let's break down what's coming, why it's happening, and how you can be ready. We'll share tips on staying informed and keeping your home and family safe this season. We'll explore the forecast for these two iconic cities and what it means for you. Let's dive in and discover why West Coast winter truly matters. This winter, Los Angeles and Seattle are set for very different stories. Los Angeles faces a much wetter than average season with cooler temperatures, so grab your raincoat and layers. Seattle, meanwhile, is looking at a drier, milder winter, with fewer cold snaps and less risk of icy roads. For LA, the main concern is flooding and mudslides, especially in hillside areas and near wildfire burn scars. In Seattle, the risk is more subtle. A low snowpack could mean water shortages next spring and summer. These contrasting forecasts are driven by a major weather pattern in the Pacific Ocean. It's a classic setup that flips the script for both cities. LA should prepare for wet and cool, Seattle for mild and dry. Understanding these risks helps each city get ready for what's ahead. The Pacific's influence is the key to this unusual winter. Let's see how these patterns will play out. Angelenos, prepare yourselves for a dramatic shift in the weather. Rain is making a big comeback, and it's here to stay for a while. Above-average precipitation is expected from December through March, bringing more stormy days than usual. This means more umbrellas, raincoats, and a change in the usual sunny routine. Daytime highs will hover in the high 50s to low 60s, with nights dipping into the 40s. This cooler weather will be a stark contrast to the warm days Angelenos are used to. The combination of cool air and dampness will make it feel especially chilly, so layering up will be essential to stay comfortable. The biggest risk is flooding and mudslides, especially in areas where wildfires have stripped away vegetation, leaving the ground vulnerable. Heavy rain on hard-packed ground can quickly overwhelm storm drains and trigger flash floods, turning streets into rivers in a matter of minutes. In the hills, mudslides are a real danger. Residents need to stay alert and heed any warnings from local authorities. Daily life will mean slower commutes, checking forecasts regularly, and taking steps to protect your home from potential water damage. While the rain is much needed to replenish water supplies, it brings challenges that test the region's infrastructure, from roads to drainage systems. Preparation is key to turning this wet season into a blessing, not a disaster. Stock up on essentials and have a plan in place. Stay informed and ready for a winter that's anything but ordinary. Keep an eye on weather updates and be proactive in your preparations. Los Angeles, this is your season to be weather-wise. Embrace the change and stay safe. Seattle, this winter won't feel like your usual drizzle-filled season. Expect more breaks in the clouds, some sunshine, and milder temperatures. Fewer deep freezes mean less ice and snow in the city, but warmer storms could mean rain instead of snow in the Cascades. The real risk is a quiet one: drought, as a low snowpack threatens water supplies for summer. This impacts everything from agriculture to salmon runs and hydroelectric power. Officials will be watching snowpack levels closely all winter. For residents, a drier winter may seem pleasant, but water conservation is more important than ever. Even with less rain, the region faces long-term challenges. This winter is a reminder that not all weather risks are dramatic. Sometimes, it's what doesn't fall from the sky that matters most. Enjoy the mild days, but stay mindful of the bigger picture. Seattle, prepare for a season of subtle but significant change. Use this time to build smart water habits. What's behind these big changes? A strong El Niño is the main driver. El Niño warms the central and eastern Pacific, shifting the jet stream and sending storms toward California. This storm highway brings wet, stormy weather to Los Angeles. Meanwhile, the Pacific Northwest, including Seattle, ends up on the drier, warmer side of the jet stream. High-pressure block storms, leading to the mild, dry conditions forecast for Seattle. El Niño doesn't guarantee specific storms, but it tilts the odds for the whole season. This year's El Niño is strong, giving us high confidence in a wet south and dry north. It's a classic El Niño signature: rain for LA, dry spells for Seattle. Understanding this pattern helps both cities prepare for what's coming. The Pacific's influence is powerful, and this winter it's front and center. Side by side, the forecasts for Los Angeles and Seattle revealed just how dramatically different West Coast weather can be, even between two cities separated by only 1,000 miles. Their skies, temperatures, and daily routines are shaped by forces that make each winter unique. In Los Angeles, residents will need to keep umbrellas and rain boots close at hand, as frequent, sometimes heavy, rain showers are expected to sweep through the city. Streets will glisten with puddles, and the sound of rainfall will become a familiar backdrop to daily life. This wet season brings not just activity, but also the potential for disruption. Flooded roads, slower commutes, and the challenge of staying dry will be part of LA's winter experience. Meanwhile, Seattle will experience a different story. There will be fewer gray, drizzly days than usual, replaced by more sunshine and clearer skies. However, this comes at a price: a growing water deficit that could impact the region for months to come. The atmospheric rivers that typically bring moisture to Seattle may be rare this year, and the snowpack in the nearby mountains will likely be much lower than normal, raising concerns for water supply and the environment. So while LA's winter will be cool, damp, and often overcast, Seattle's will be mild, dry, and surprisingly bright for the season. One city faces immediate hazards from too much water, flash floods, and storm damage, while the other must contend with the long-term risks of too little, such as drought and stressed ecosystems. The position of the jet stream is the key factor here. It acts as a conveyor belt, steering storms directly toward Los Angeles, while forming a barrier that keeps much-needed precipitation away from Seattle. This is a perfect example of how the El Niño weather pattern can create opposite outcomes in cities that are relatively close together, shaping their winters in completely different ways. As a result, each city must prepare for its own unique set of challenges: emergency flood response in LA and drought management in Seattle. This winter, the West Coast truly becomes a study in contrasts, with each city adapting to the extremes of nature in its own way. Let's watch how both communities respond, innovate, and support each other as they face the unpredictable months ahead. With a dynamic winter ahead, preparation is everything. In Los Angeles, check your property for flood risks, clear gutters, and have sandbags ready if you're in a vulnerable area. Prepare an emergency kit with water, food, flashlights, and medications. Power outages are common during storms. Keep devices charged and sign up for emergency alerts. If you live near hills or burn scars, have an evacuation plan and take warnings seriously. Mudslides can happen fast. Don't wait to act. In Seattle, focus on water conservation, take shorter showers, fix leaks, and run appliances only with full loads. Small changes add up, especially during a dry spell. Community-wide habits can make a big difference, whether facing floods or drought. Being proactive is key. Stay informed, stay safe, and help your neighbors prepare. This winter, readiness is your best defense. Let's weather the season together. Winter travel on the West Coast will require extra planning this year. In Los Angeles, heavy rain can flood roads and reduce visibility. Slow down, increase following distance, and never drive through flooded streets. For mountain travel, conditions can change fast. Check road conditions, carry chains, and pack an emergency kit. Even with a mild Seattle forecast, mountain passes can still get snow. Air travel may see delays from rain in LA or fog in Seattle. Always check your flight status. Build flexibility into your travel plans and allow extra time to reach your destination. Use weather apps to track storms and road conditions in real time. Let someone know your route and arrival time. Conditions can change quickly from city to mountains. Plan ahead. Whether for holidays or weekend trips, preparation is key. Stay alert, stay flexible, and travel safely. This winter, smart planning will get you where you need to go. Don't let the weather catch you off guard. This winter brings major contrasts and surprises to the West Coast. Los Angeles faces a wet season, an opportunity to capture water and prepare for hazards. Seattle's drier winter is a chance to focus on conservation and enjoy more outdoor days. El Niño reminds us how interconnected our climate is, shaping weather thousands of miles away. A forecast is a tool. Use it to prepare, not fear. For LA, proactive steps can turn rain into a benefit, not a catastrophe. For Seattle, it's a time to build smart water habits for the future. Every season brings its own challenges and opportunities. By staying informed and prepared, we can all make the most of what's ahead. Let's embrace this season, stay safe, and find the beauty in winter's surprises.